In the run-up to the 2022 general elections, President William Ruto was marketed as this genius politician, this out-of-the-world master politician. And he won the election, which to some was a confirmation of his geniusness when it comes to matters politics. But as his rule continues to move on, this facade of a genius politician each and every day is getting to be disabused. Each and every day, this facade is getting to be disabused in the minds of Kenyans. And how is that so? President William Ruto has made many political mistakes, monumental political mistakes, that if he were a political genius that he was marketed as, I think he would have seen these as traps, and he would have avoided them. But he went straight into the traps that was set for him, and some of these traps he set them for himself. One of those traps was the way he handled the Gen Z protest. Another is the impeachment of Gachagua, which obviously has become his Waterloo. And yet again, President William Ruto has set another trap for himself, and he has fallen right into it. That is the arrest of Rose Njeri. So if you're new to what is happening in this country, Rose Njeri is a web developer who came up with a website to assist Kenyans to oppose some of the proposals in the finance bill or budget of the 2025-2026 financial year, if I've gotten that correct. And she has been arrested for the past 2 days, or 2 to 3 days, 2 days, yes, as at the time of recording. This is being recorded on a Sunday. She has been in cells for the last 2 days. And why do I say this is a monumental mistake, and why do I say this is a trap? President William Ruto has seen over and over again that arresting the Kenyan youth, arresting people who are opposed to his government, has not helped to, make him popular. This is somebody whose ratings has dropped so drastically that he needs a miracle to shove them up. And as he continues to make such arrests, if you ask me, this guy is digging his own grave. In the run-up to 2022 elections, let me take you back there. Ruto alikuwa anasemaje? And this one is not in reference to politics. This one was in reference to Kenya's economic state at that time. Alikuwa anashauri President Uhuru Kenyatta, who was the president at that time, that Kenya's economic situation was so bad, and his advice was that ukijipata kwa shimo, you don't continue digging. What do? You find a way kuziba hiyo shimo, and then you pluck yourself out. That was in reference to the economic situation and the debt situation at that time. And this advice of continuing digging and, either continue digging or plucking yourself out is the best advice that he can give himself right now. His popularity is so low. And this he knows. I bet this he knows, because he has advice from NIS, if they are giving him the right advice. And if he's not getting the right advice from NIS, I believe that he is in social media. If he is not in social media, he watches news. If he doesn't watch news, he reads the Standard newspaper. So he knows basically that his popularity has dwindled to unimaginable proportions. With his popularity dwindling, the best thing that he could do is to avoid mistakes of arresting people like this innocent girl called Rose Njeri, if I've gotten the name right. Let me just confirm. Rose Njeri, yes, the Kenyan web developer who has been in custody for the past 2 days. The more you do this, is the more you incest Kenyans. The more you do this, President William Ruto, is the more that you make people angry. The more you do this, is the unachochea tu moto. And last year was one of the bloodiest years for our country. So what happened at Parliament? And what happened at Parliament was because of the finance bill 2024-2025. And when you start arresting people who are giving the masses a voice when it comes to the finance bill 2025, now 2026, you might, create a worse situation out of something that is avoidable. So Free advice to the head of state: tafadhali avoid such like mistakes. I'd call them very silly mistakes. Just Haji and Amin at DCI, advise them, because wanasema President William Ruto is his own advisor. So if you can advise them, please advise them. This is for the sake of saving your popularity, saving your rule, and I don't know if you can get a chance, but saving your chance to get a second term.